Welcome back to yet another Star Stable video. As always, please be sure to like and subscribe if you haven't already. And today, we are going to be talking about a literal conspiracy theory because I thought this would be a fun video to do like while training and stuff. So if you want to join me, go ahead and get some training in, bestie. I know you need it. I know you need it because I need it too, not gonna lie. But anyways, today we are going to be talking about the scandal, the little scandal in Star Stable where they accidentally released the PASO FINO horses way too early into the game and everything like that. Now, of course, this is just a theory. It may not be true. Overall, it's probably 70% not true, but I just thought this would be a fun video because I've definitely had this on my mind for a little bit, and it's plausible. It definitely is. You mind if I open a window? It makes my, look. Okay, that didn't change too much. I'm looking a little washed out, but bestie, it's fine. So basically, I think in this video, okay, so this may completely not be true. So of course, take everything I say with a grain of salt, but we are going to be talking about why Star Stable might have, okay, this is so annoying. What is this? Why Star Stable might have actually released the PASO FINO horses on purpose early to game. So, yeah, let's just get right into it then. As most of you besties probably already know, Star Stable spoiled the PASO FINO horse in a little Instagram post with a blacked out version of the horse quite a little bit ago, like last week or something. And, that makes me think that they did that once before with the Yorvik Wild horse, right? And with the Yorvik Wild, they slowly brought the spoilers and more spoilers into the game. So if they're doing the same thing with the PASO Finos and wanting to bring in these small little spoilers, why would they want the horse in game right away? Of course they didn't want it, but it might have been planned because hear me out. The PASO Finos were released on a Wednesday update, which we usually know Star Stable can be a little bit like blah blah and sometimes accidentally release something, or for example, Redwood Point, when we had that glitch where we couldn't go into Redwood for like 4 hours later, but they also got more players on the game in that Redwood update. You know, everyone's waiting, everyone's live streaming, stuff like that. Anyways, but with this update, we know that we were going to be getting a little red string trail ride race and a little quest for animals with spring tokens. We knew that we were getting that in this update. Nothing too special, nothing too pizzazzy. So, we were just waiting for that and all excited. I actually did make the video, then finished editing it, and then realized that the PASO FINO horses were out. But with this update, Star Stable accidentally released PASO FINO horses to the game. And this is actually released before the other 2 Equestrian Festival horses. And we know that a lot of the community in Star Stable is thinking that Star Stable's making like too many horses and focusing way too much on the horses aspect of things. Now, I don't necessarily agree or disagree with that. That's not what the video is about. But we definitely know that some people in the community, that Star Stable's like making so many horse breeds, like every other update, a horse breed and stuff like that. And with the PASO FINO horses, they were released before the other 2 Equestrian Festival horses were released, and it looks like Star Stable was thinking of releasing them sometime this month, if not next month, if not the month after, but I'm thinking sometime around the Equestrian Festival. Actually, Star Stable didn't even release the date that they were planning to release these horses, but I'm getting too ahead of myself. So we know that these horses were brought to game accidentally in a Wednesday update, this Wednesday, right? We know they were brought to game. You saw them in game and stuff like that. Now, of course, these horses, if they were accidentally brought to game, it takes a little bit of time before Star Stable realizes this, and of course, even more time to implement the fix in the game where no one could buy them. Probably like an hour or so, as we saw, but does it really take that long? I'm thinking, like, if they noticed it right away, wouldn't they want to keep it under the wraps and stuff like that? They left them in game for, I say, a good 2 or 3 hours after the update, giving quite a lot of besties the time to buy, look at, check out these horses. Only every time that this has ever happened, they have never released a horse accidentally in-game. Now, with the PASO Finos, they were looking pretty snazzy. They had most of their coat colors done, a little bit pixelated. They were already standing. The Fort Pinto one was standing there. And of course, you know, they probably do this with every single horse where they have the horses in-game before they're even announced to the public, you know, because they're ahead of things and blah, blah, blah. All the PASO Finos, they already had some of their hairstyles done, most of their gaits pretty much complete, and also they were standing there. And they were out for 3 hours. Did I mention that? Of course, it takes time for the quick fix and stuff like that. But from a marketing perspective, besties, think about it. People want what they can't have. So by bringing these horses in-game for 3 hours, letting some besties buy them, and taking them back out. Did I mention that I had the PASO Finos in my game for a good 10 hours after that? I filmed me buying a bunch of them. By the way, besties, videos on that coming out soon. They stayed. If you didn't log out, you still had the PASO Finos in your game, so there was plenty of time for the besties early to the update to buy the PASO Finos, look at them, decide if they want them, stuff like that. And it also brought, a lot more players to the game. You didn't want to log in just for the race, right, bestie? But if you hear that a horse has accidentally been released, there's like a 50% chance you are going to want more so to play and join Star Stable, check out these new bestie horses, look at them and stuff like that. You are getting a lot more players in Star Stable for that time. Next, these horses, we knew nothing about them before. CC Creations didn't post anything about these bestie horses before. So it's clear they weren't in the game files yet because CC Creations would have posted a video on them, but they were brought into the game, so of course they had to be in the game files. So Star Stable's getting a lot more players onto their game base for this Wednesday update, probably getting players that wouldn't have played the Equestrian Festival so far, and making them play through the Equestrian Festival, and they're like, oh, the PASO Finos, I need this horse, it's not released. And people want what they can't have. It's just human nature most of the time, right, besties? So half the players had the ability to buy these PASO Fino horses, get them, and show them, and ride them, and train them, and the other half did not have this ability because of course we had school and stuff like that. We can't be on Star Stable 24/7. So all the other besties that didn't get a chance to check out these horses are like, oh my gosh, this horse is amazing, I want it. And probably more so than if everyone just got this horse all at once. They're like, oh, so many horses are being released, I'd rather want the Equestrian Festival ones. Third, it gets a lot of besties spending star coins. Now hear me out! This is basically like a limited horse. Everyone wants to check it out. It's been out only for hours max in-game because it was a mistake in Star Stable, right? So it gets a lot of people like, oh, I need to buy star coins now. I need to get star coins so I could get the PASO Fino horses because they're going to be gone in an hour or so. Star Stable even said that. So it got a lot of people buying these horses, even if they couldn't have before. And you know what Star Stable released right after the PASO Fino scandal? Right after, the day after they got everyone looking at these horses like, oh, they're so cute, I need to save up my star coins so I could get one because they're coming out to game in a couple weeks. They released double star coins. So now everyone's like, oh my gosh, I want a PASO Fino, but I can't get it, so I'm gonna buy some star coins for when it gets released for real. So you got a lot more besties buying star coins now, if you hear me. From a marketing perspective, there is a lot to gain from accidentally releasing a horse too early. Fourthly, or whatever we're at next, bestie, hear me out again. What if Star Stable was trying not only to get a lot of people to want the horse, want star coins for the horse, want to check out the Equestrian Festival, get a bigger player base, playing the game all at once to check out the Wednesday update that probably not a players would play on it before, and this has never happened before, so even though it could be a new employee, it could be Star Stable checking out some new marketing tactic or something. This could also be Star Stable trying to check out something else. For example, what if Star Stable was like, oh, maybe we could, like, spoil these horses in a way that makes people want them when they can't buy them just yet. Like, what if Star Stable was trying to see how releasing a horse to the game for players to like see and stuff like that before they could buy them would work out, how players would react to that and stuff like that. Like if, for example, the English Thoroughbred was coming out to game, what if Star Stable placed the English Thoroughbred so you could see them in game, maybe for a week before the release, and then a week after decide that you could buy them in game? That could definitely get a lot more people buying them and like checking them out beforehand, deciding if they want to buy star coins for them and stuff like that. Or Star Stable might be testing out like, oh, what if we like spoil horses in different ways in the future? Like instead of the spoiler accounts doing it, what if we cause a little scandal, a little drama to get players returning to the game? You know, that besties that probably would not have returned to the game have returned because of this little like scandal that Star Stable put out of releasing these horses too early. Never happened before. For the 2 years I've been playing every day, never happened before. Every update, no, never happens. So why with the PASO Finos? Like, of course, a new employee, but just gets me thinking, like, what if they're trying out the Equestrian Festival, right? I know I keep repeating myself, but they're trying out the Equestrian Festival. They want more players to check out the and you know what they released? They released 2 new item codes. So from the PASO Fino scandal, if you logged in then, you're like, oh, there's free items. I might as well log in again. And then you're like, oh, I have this new horse. I might as well train it because I feel special. And while you are training your PASO Fino, other besties are seeing you train your PASO Fino and they're like, no, I need to buy these double star coins, the deal that just came out after the PASO Finos were released, so that I could get this horse that I might have not wanted in the past, but now that I see it and can't have it, I really, really want it. Just a little conspiracy theory, besties, but it is possible that Star Stable accidentally released these horses on purpose to either test out new game mechanics, test out new places to put horses. Like, for example, what if they put a PASO Fino in game, like wandering around so people could see it and want it beforehand, or stuff like that. You know, like there's just a lot going on here. Although it could 100% have been a mistake, it could also be Star Stable trying to get new players to their game, checking out and stuff like that. But the fact that double star coins was released right after gets me thinking a little bit, and 2 new item codes to get that player base to want to stay in the game and look snazzy with their new horse. So let me know what you think on this, besties, but this is just a conspiracy theory and just a fun little video I thought would be fun to make. And yeah, it could 100% not be true, putting it out there, but it could also 100% be true because lots of besties want a PASO Fino and can't get it now. So they will buy star coins, double star coins for the release and use the new item codes to look snazzy while riding it. And again, this is just a theory, a game theory. No, just kidding, bestie. Just kidding. Anyways, I hope you have a great day. This was just my little take on the incident and what it could have been, just putting it out there. It's probably not true, but it was a fun video to make. So, yeah, bye. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you have the bestiest day ever.